Find a seat of your choice. And take one hand to your lower abdomen, the other palm on top of that, so above your pubic bone and below your belly button. And we're going to start with Bhramari's breath, bee's breath. So as we exhale, we're going to hum. Take a deep breath in. Just quite simply feel that. Take one hand to your heart center, the other palm on top of that. Same idea. Take an inhale through the nose. And slowly opening your eyes and come sit on your shins. And we'll take a variation of cat-cow sitting on the shins. With the hands by the knees, as you inhale, arc the spine, slide your hands to your thighs, and then as you exhale, slide your hands back to your knees, around your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, slide your hands to your hips, arc the upper spine, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, look at your own belly button. Inhale, arc the spine, look up towards the sky. Exhale, round the spine, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, arc the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale and arc. Exhale, come to a neutral spine. Opening your eyes, take your hands down on the ground by your knees, lift your knees up off the ground, and work your heels to the ground for Malasana yogic squat. You can always sit on a block or just sit on your bum if this ever feels like too much. Rest your arms on your knees. Take your hands to your knees and begin to straighten your legs and come upright with your torso and walk to the front of your mat. Feet hip width or big toes touching, I leave that to you. And bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. Bow your chin softly towards your chest. May this practice nourish us, body, minds, and spirits. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale, bow forward and down. Feel free to rest your forearms on top of your thighs if you got any lower back stuff, or fingertips down to the ground, standing forward fold. Hands to shins or the earth. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, with or without knees bent, up to you. And then as you exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge and lower the right knee down to the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And as you exhale, take your hands down by your front foot. Step your left knee to meet your right knee, Anahatasana. Slide your hands out in front of you and lift your booty up to the sky so your hips will be directly over your knees. Slide your hands towards you. Inhale, round the spine and look at your own belly button, angry cat. And as you exhale, arc the spine, look up towards the sky, cow. Inhale, round the spine, look at your belly. Exhale, arc the spine, look forward. Slide your hands out in front of you, curl your toes under, and make your way into down dog. Lift your heels up high, and inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged downward dog. And then exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands, and if it doesn't make it all the way forward, help it forward using your right hand. Lower your back knee down to the ground, and inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, low lunge. As you exhale, reach your left fingers forward, right fingers back, twist your torso to the right. Inhale, come up through center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist in the exact same direction. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open up towards the right. Inhale, back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and step forward. Feel free to keep your knees bent. As you inhale, lengthen your spine forward. You can rest your elbows on your shins if you got lower back stuff. And then as you exhale, bow forward and down, standing forward fold. Inhale, come on up to stand, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, sweep it up, Ardha Hanumanasana, arms overhead. Exhale, bow forward and down, bend your knees as much as you need to. Again, feel free to rest your forearms on top of your thighs. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins or fingertips to the ground. Exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. Lower the knee down to the earth and inhale, reach the arms overhead, low lunge. As you exhale, hands down by the front foot, Anahatasana, heart pose. Slide your hands out in front of you, booty high, work your forehead towards the ground. Slide your hands towards you, inhale, angry cat, look at your own belly button. Exhale, arc the spine and look up towards the sky, cow. Inhale, round the spine, look at your belly. Exhale, arc the spine. Inhale, round. And as you exhale, slide your hands out in front of you, down dog, hips up to the sky behind you. Lift both your heels up high. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands or help it forward. Back knee lowers down to the earth and inhale, reach the arms overhead, low lunge. As you exhale, right fingers forward, left fingers back, twist your torso to the left. Inhale, back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale and twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and step forward. Inhale, flat back, either elbows resting on thighs or hands on shins. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, come on up to stand, root down through both your feet, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, ribs to thighs, fingers go out behind you. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up, torso comes up, chair pose. Exhale, ribs to thighs, fingers out behind you. Inhale, chair, reach it up. Exhale, ribs to thighs, fingers out behind you. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, Ardha Hanumanasana, arms overhead, and exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, step your right foot back into a lunge, knee stays off the earth. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, high lunge. And as you exhale, hug inner thighs towards each other, squaring the front of the pelvis towards the front of the mat. From here, interlace your fingers except for your index and your thumb, and then inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your arms forward and down. And as you exhale, bend into your front knee, reach your arms forward and up. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms down. Exhale, bend in the knee, reach the arms up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale and bend. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, step back into Anahatasana. Both knees to the ground, arms out in front of you, forehead rests. Slide your hands towards you. Come stand up on your knees, Ustrasana, camel pose. Take your hands to your lower back. Hug your elbows in towards each other. And then as you inhale, lift the sternum, lift the breastbone. And as you exhale, just gently curl the upper spine. Inhale, come forward onto hands and knees, and exhale, down dog, hips up to the sky. Inhale, right leg goes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands, warrior two, back heel lowers, cartwheel your arms out into a T shape. Splay your fingers out wide, and as you inhale, reach your left arm to meet your right one. And as you exhale, take your left arm over your right one, over the head and towards the back of your mat. Feel free to watch me. Inhale, left hand meets right one. Exhale, slide it up the arm and behind the head. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, up and over the head. Connect to a gaze point, be still. Straightening the front leg, Trikonasana triangle, tilt your pelvis towards the back of your own mat, and then reach your right fingers forward and down. You may want to block for this. Right hand to a shin, a block of the earth, left arm up to the sky. If your lower back is feeling sensitive today, keep the front knee softly bent. Wherever you are, lengthen your spine forward towards the front of your mat, and as you exhale, roll your chest open towards the left and up to the sky. Next time you inhale, come upright with your torso, and as you exhale, bend into your front knee, Vira 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior, slide your left hand down your left thigh, reach your right fingertips up to the sky, and sweetly towards the back of your own mat. Bring your left hand to your breastbone so your left arm will be light, and then lift your right arm up a little bit higher. Chest is facing the left wall so that this is really a sideways stretch, and then press the outer edge of your back foot into the ground. Next time you exhale, cartwheel your hands down by your front foot and lower your back knee down to the ground. Step your right knee to meet your left knee and then come into plank pose with your knees on the ground. We're going to take some chaturangas. Feel free to do these on your knees. Feel free to lift your knees up off the ground. You can also always just hold plank pose. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, lift back up again. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Anahatasana, heart pose. Slide your hands further forward. Bring your forehead to the ground as your bum reaches up to the sky. Next time you exhale, down dog, slide your hands a little closer towards you and lift your hips up to the sky. Keeping your heels lifted, begin to walk your feet towards your hands and bend your knees as you do this. Feet hip width or big toes touching, I leave that to you. Those of us with lower back sensitivity, feet hip width. As you inhale, lengthen the spine forward. As you exhale, bow, standing forward fold. And again, knees as bent as they need to be. Inhale, come on up to stand, sweep the arms overhead. And as you exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. May I continue to nourish myself, body, mind, and spirit. Release the hands, inhale, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, lift the fingers up a little bit higher, and then exhale, ribs the thighs, fingers go out behind you, bow forward and down with your torso. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, chair pose. Exhale, ribs the thighs, fingers out behind you. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Feel free to rest your forearms on your thighs. Inhale, flat back, offer the chest forward, and then exhale, fingertips to the ground, step your left foot back into a lunge. Knee stays off the ground, and inhale, reach your arms overhead. And as you exhale, square the pelvis towards the front of the mat. Interlace your fingers together except for your index and your thumb, and here we go. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, straighten the front leg, reach your arms forward and down. Inhale, bend into your front knee, reach the arms forward and up. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg, arms come down. Inhale, bend into the knee, arms overhead. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. Exhale, hands down by the front foot and make your way into Anahatasana, heart pose. Slide your hands out in front of you, forehead comes down to the earth. Slide your hands towards you. Come stand up on your knees, Ustrasana, camel pose. Take your hands to your lower back. Hug your elbows in towards each other. And then inhale, lift the chest up. And as you exhale, gently arc the upper spine. Slide your hands out in front of you and make your way into down dog. Keep your heels lifted. Inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky, three-legged down dog. And then exhale, step your left foot forward, Viramadrasana 2. Lower your back heel and cartwheel your arms out into a T shape. Deep external rotation of the front thigh. Reach through all 10 of your fingers. And as you inhale, bring your right hand to meet your left one. As you exhale, slide it up your left arm behind your head and towards the back of your mat. Inhale, reach it forward, meeting the left. Exhale, up the left arm behind the head and towards the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, up and back. Stay here and quite simply breathe into your legs. Straightening the front leg, Trikonasana, tilt your pelvis towards the back of your own mat. Drawing your left thigh deeper into your hip socket, reach your left fingers forward and down. Left hand to a shin, a block of the earth, right arm up to the sky. Now scissor the inner thighs towards each other and see if you can hug your belly button in towards the spine. Keep that strength in the legs, it'll support the back, and then roll your chest open towards the right and up to the sky. Use your core. Inhale, come upright with your torso. Exhale, Viramadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior. Right hand slides down the right thigh, left fingertips up and back. And then go ahead and bring your right hand to your heart, to your sternum. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up a little bit higher, and then exhale, if you can, bend a little bit deeper into your front knee. Next time you exhale, cartwheel your hands down by your front foot and step back into plank pose, knees on or off the ground. And here come those chaturangas. Take a deep breath in, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep clawing the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Anahatasana, heart pose. Slide your hands out in front of you and bow your forehead towards the ground. Slide your hands towards you, down dog. Take your hips up to the sky behind you. Keep your heels lifted and gently bend your knees. Tilt your booty up to the sky and then slowly walk your feet forward. Come to the front of your mat. Come into Uttanasana. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Malasana, yogic squat. Bend your knees and come down. Feel free to sit on a block or to sit on the earth. Press your elbows to your knees out to the sides, and then lift your sternum, your breastbone up to the sky. Opening your eyes, take your right fingers out and over to the right shoulder in front of right knee. Take your left hand to your left thigh and gently press the left thigh away. Roll your left shoulder onto your back and then look over your left shoulder. Feel free to stay here or reach your left arm up to the sky. Feel free to stay as you are or half bind. Bend your left elbow. Take your left hand behind you by your right hip or on top of your right thigh. From here, full bind. If you're coming with me, take your right arm around your right shin and then try to find your left fingertips, your left wrist, or just hold your own bum. Wherever you are, bum is heavy as chest lifts, and then keep rolling your chest open towards the left. And come on back to center, hands in prayer in front of the heart. You can always come into a standing forward fold if this ever feels like too much. If you're going to come with me, walk your hands forward, stay in the squat, and just bow forward. Now we'll go to the other side, so come back into the squat if you're not there already. Take your left fingers off to the left, right hand to right thigh. Shrug your right shoulder onto your back and then roll your chest open to the right, maybe reaching your right arm up to the sky. See how it goes. Again, you can always do this sitting on a block or sitting on the ground if it ever starts to feel like too much in the knees. Moving towards the half bind, bending your right elbow, take your right hand behind you by your left hip or on top of your left thigh. Full bind, if you're coming with me, left arm wraps around left shin, finds right fingertips, wrist, or your own bum behind you. Come on back to center, hands in prayer, or bow forward. And again, you can always just straighten your legs. Everybody straighten your legs, bow forward and down. And then inhale, come on up to stand, sweep the arms overhead, Ardha Hanumanasana. And exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. Opening your eyes, shift your weight into your left foot, bend your right knee and bring your right knee in towards the chest, and then interlace your fingers around your right knee. And then take your right knee out towards the right, left hand to left hip, Vrksasana tree pose. Right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh or calf or toes can rest on the earth. And then bring your hands back into prayer. Either stay as you are, now reach your arms overhead. Either stay as you are or look up towards the sky. If your arms are overhead, splay your fingers out wide. As you exhale, take your hands out by your sides and down. Bring your right knee in towards the chest and then cross your right pinky toe to your left pinky toe. So right leg crosses in front of left. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bow forward and down, standing forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to or to put blocks underneath your hands. If you're coming with me, walk your fingertips towards the right front corner of your mat and press your butt towards the left back corner of the mat. If the forward fold feels like too much in the lower back, then you can do what I'm doing. Bend both your knees and just prop your forearms on top of your right thigh. Come on back to center and step your right foot to the inside of your left one. And inhale, come on up to stand, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Releasing your hands, shift your weight into your right foot, bring your left knee in towards the chest, interlace your fingers around your left knee. And then right hand to outer right hip, take your left knee out to the left, plant the tree, left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh or calf. So again, above or below your knee, and then hands come into prayer in front of the heart. Keep pressing your left foot into your right thigh, keep lifting your chest up towards the sky, and do your best to balance, as I am here too. Reach your arms up to the sky, perhaps. Maybe take your gaze up to the sky, perhaps. Reach through all 10 of your fingers. Next time you exhale, arms go out to the sides. Go ahead and bring your left knee in towards the chest, and then cross your left leg in front of your right one. Pinky toes come to touch. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, a funny variation of standing forward fold, and then exhale, bow, standing forward fold. So ideally, you take the same variation you did on the other side. You can stay in the fold, or if you're coming with me, walk your hands towards the left front corner of your mat, press your butt towards the right back corner. Blocks are great, or again, bend your knees or prop your forearms on top of your left thigh. Do what works so that you don't feel any strain in your back. Walk the fingertips back to center if your hands are on the ground. Take your feet hip width apart. You can prop yourself onto your forearms and then inhale, stand up from there, or just stand all the way up. So you exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Take one hand to your lower abdomen, one hand to your chest, and quite simply feel. Releasing your hands, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Vrksasana. Exhale, bow forward and down, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, step your right foot back into a lunge, lower the knee to the earth. Walk your left foot out to the left, take both your hands to the inside of your front leg for lizard pose. Stay upright, or you can lower your forearms to blocks or to the ground. Do what works so that you feel a stretch without strain. Once you find your own variation, connect to a gaze point and quite simply breathe. Stay as you are. We're going to come into revolved thigh stretch. You're going to lift your left arm up, bend your right knee, and grab a hold of your right foot with your left hand. If this doesn't work for your knees, then no problem. Just stay in the lizard pose, or you can always put padding underneath your back knee. Those of us who are twisting and holding onto the back foot, really be mindful that you're not collapsing into your wrist and shoulder joint of your bottom arm. And then continue breathing into your pelvis, into the front of your back thigh. And slowly release. And let's come into Ardha Hanuman half split pose. Walk your hands a little further forward and then work towards straightening your front leg with both your hands on the inside of your front leg. You can always put your hands on blocks or keep your front knee bent, but do draw the left thigh deeper into the hip socket, hugging the sit bones towards each other. Bend back into your front knee and step your left knee to meet your right knee. And now same other side. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for lizard. Stay upright, lower your forearms to blocks or to the ground. Front knee, front ankle stay stacked. If knee goes further forward than the ankle, walk the foot further forward. And again, once you find your own variation, just come back to your breath. If you did so on the other side, revolve thigh stretch, reach your right arm up, bend your left knee and grab a hold of your left foot with your right hand. Gently opening your chest towards the right and up towards the sky. And then slowly release, step your right knee to meet your left knee, and then roll over onto your back, lying down, knees bent, feet on the ground. We're coming into bridge pose from here. If you want to slide a block underneath your sacrum and take a supported bridge instead of an active bridge, feel free. Lift your pelvis off the ground, lift your hips up, and either interlace your fingers underneath you or put that block underneath your sacrum, which is the back of your pelvis. If you're in an active back bend, really press down through your feet and lift your hips up and draw your chest towards your face. And then wherever you are, whichever variation you're in, breathe into the front of your pelvis. And slowly release, lying down. If you can, put your bum down on your arms. If it feels like too much, just take your arms out to the sides. And feel how those of us who have the arms underneath us, this really deepens the shoulder opener. Root the feet back down and then lift your hips up off your hands or lift your hips up and interlace them underneath you again, depending. And now with this variation, imagine that you're trying to drag your heels towards your hands and feel how that lights up your hamstrings. Keep that lid up and then see if you can lift your bum a little higher up to the sky from the support of your hamstrings. Next time you exhale, go ahead and lie back down again on your arms or arms out to the sides, bum on the ground. Feet go a little bit wider and just gently bring your knees together. As you inhale, lift your pelvis off your arms one more time. Press your arms into the ground and draw your shoulders a little closer together behind you. Then release your hands and slowly lower yourself down to the ground. Take your feet again a little bit wider, bring your knees towards each other, and then one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest, and quite simply feel. May I continue to nourish my body, my mind, and my spirit. Then take your feet as wide as the mat and gently begin to windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Take your arms into cactus arms or arms into a T shape, so arms by your sides and out. Keep windshield wiping the knees. Next time your knees end up towards the right, stay here. If you want to add a little bit more intensity to the twist, lift your right foot up off the ground, take it to the outside of your left thigh, and gently draw your left thigh to the right and down. If this doesn't serve your body for any reason, then just go ahead and keep your right leg on the ground and stack your left leg on top of your right one. And if the knees don't comfortably come together, you can always put a block or a bolster in between your knees. And slowly make your way over to the other side, both knees over towards the left. If you came with me on the other side, go ahead and lift your left foot up off the ground, place it on top of your right thigh, and gently draw your right thigh to the left and down. And come on back to center. Roll over to one side and come on up to sit. We're going to sit together for a bit. If you'd prefer to lie in Savasana instead, feel free. Take one hand to your lower abdomen, the other palm on top of that. And close your eyes. And quite simply, breathe here. Breathe into your lower abdomen, into your pelvis. And then bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart, or if you're lying down, one palm on top of the other. Deep gratitude to our bodies for all that they do. May we continue to nourish them. Namaste. If you like that video, you'll probably like these. And if you want more videos, go to my membership site. Either way, let's stay connected.